start with an opening statement. We'll go open it up for questions.
Okay, first of all, proud of our team taking care of business with a convincing win against a lesser opponent. You know, looking at the game, I just told the players, the thing that stood out to me is only 3 penalties. We had a face mask. I think we had a late hit late in the game with one of our backups, and we had a delay a game on a field goal. We ended up making it. But the 3 penalties, we've been really focused on not beating ourselves. Now, defensively, we played a big-time game. I think Pace's interception, that was the one that really turned the game into being able to breathe a little bit and play. With that, Tennyson had the blocked punt right there. He was one of the better special teams players in college football last year, and it showed. Xavier Townsend was big time in the return game. I thought had really good field position. Offensively, the first quarter really struggled. We had a little trouble. We had some sacks. I called a couple bad plays, put our quarterback in a bind a few times, and then we were able to kind of get in a rhythm, maybe to run the football, play fast. Second half, we kind of got going, and so real excited. I think we rushed for 454 yards. I think everybody sees we got real running backs. When you put in the backups and your guys that would start for most teams in America, the running backs right there. So there's a lot to build on. I told our guys there were some mistakes, but the great thing is they're all correctable. And I think anytime you got 50 new players, that's to be expected at certain points. But I'm excited for our guys. We're 1-0. We got a little extra time before game 2. Questions?
Coach, how would you evaluate KJ Jefferson's debut, particularly from a passing standpoint?
Yeah, I thought after that first quarter, I think he settled in, started playing. Obviously he'd like to have the interception back right there, but he responded, came back. I think he threw 2 touchdowns after that, and really, started getting more in control of the offense.
Gus, you spent a lot of that offseason kind of talking about toughness and putting this team through the ringer a little bit to strain them. How do you think you saw that maybe kind of pay off in this season?
I think our guys, they played hard now. They played their guts out. They're flying around. Our defense was flying around, and I think you can see, we've got some playmakers on defense, and we got quite a few more experienced guys that played a lot of football, and you saw that. And then offensively, it's just, learning to play with each other. New quarterback, a couple new running back, new receivers, a couple things like that, some new starters up front. So it's just a matter of, correcting the things. And, I've said this every year, game 1, but the good teams from game 1 to game 2 improve more than any other time. And we need to do that, and I really think we can.
Coach, you mentioned the first quarter struggles and then some of the mental stuff. The idea was to keep this team mentally tough. Do you think an element of it was just perhaps, butterflies, season opener here at home, all that?
I don't know. I think we just didn't really do a really good job of executing. The unique thing about offense is 11 guys got to do what they're supposed to do. And if one guy doesn't, it makes everything look bad. Like I said, I made a couple bad calls. I put a quarterback in the bind twice early on. That didn't help. So I got to do a better job of that.
What did you think of the impact of the transfer players during the season?
I think, like I said, defensively, Pace, he almost picked 6 of that thing. He's a dynamic player. And the other guys, the veteran guys played really good on defense. So I thought it was really good.
Coach, when you look at the halftime interview, there was a hint of dissatisfaction, I would say. What was your message to the team in the locker room, and given that they came out and got 253 yards?
Happy. We slopped around on offense. Y'all saw it the first quarter. Second quarter, we got in a rhythm. We scored right there. Got in a rhythm. We scored right before halftime. That was good. But hey, we got to respond. And just told our guys 0-0. Go out like a championship team in the second half, and let's get better and let's play. And I feel like they did that.
You mentioned that KJ hasn't gone live in the scrimmage. Did you think there was any element of rust or lack of game?
Obviously it's been a year since he went live, but you could saw in the second half. He started getting his pads down and doing some things and making some plays with his feet.
In a game like this, where you're expected to handle your business against a lesser opponent, what do you look for in game 1? What are you trying to take away from this?
Yeah, my whole deal was you got 50 new players. How are guys going to respond? How are they going to respond to adversity? How are they going to respond to success? How are they going to respond? We got depth. Guys ain't getting to play. Are they over there pouting, or are they a team? That's really what I'm looking for in a game like this. I feel like for the most part, from what I saw, I was happy. We got to keep building upon that. But we got the makings of a good football team. I'll tell you right now. I know what did we win by 50-something to 3 or something like that. And there's a lot of improvement things to improve on. That's the good thing. But I really feel good about this team. I think we got a chance to be really good.
Talked about how you have one of the better running back groups in the entire country.
Oh yeah.
I believe you guys broke the program record for rushing yards. What did you see out of them today?
Yeah, I mean, they're real running backs. I mean, they're all a little bit different. You put Penny in there, and he's a full-grown man. He's going down, and he's running over linemen, offensive linemen, defensive linemen. He's got a little speed to him, too. And Johnny's got his deal. Miles Montgomery, he's been like the MVP of fall camp, and he carried that over. And then RJ's elite, and I think everybody knows that. And so we got a lot of, and I think you'll see more two of those guys on the field at the same time. You know, so first game's first game. We're pretty vanilla, okay? And sometimes when you're vanilla, you know, it is what it is, but we got a lot of good things to build upon.
You had the chance to put your Curry in during the fourth quarter. How did you evaluate his?
It's good. There's nothing like getting in there and play, and it was good. I mean, he'd like to have a couple things back, but you know, he's got a live arm. He can really run. It was good for him to get in there and play. And I know he had the fumble at the end. That was tough right there, but he did some good things while he's in it.
Hey, Coach, you talked a lot about Sean Pace, the interception, and how it just kind of changed the trajectory of the game in the first quarter. How do you think that maybe gave some confidence to KJ, maybe gave a little bit of confidence to the offense, not just the defense?
Yeah, it all works together. You know, good teams find a way to pick each other up. I mean, obviously, offense was struggling. He made that play right there, got a short field right there, and scored right after that. You know, that was one of the bigger plays of the game.
Coach, let's take it over to special teams for a minute. How'd you feel about Xavier Townsend returning kicks tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Xavier Townsend, man, it's hard to grab his flag sometimes. I thought he did a really good job, broke tackles, showed a lot of courage, you know, going north-south and protecting the football.
Working with helmet communication for the first time and the tablets, how did that go in a real life game?
Yeah, it's really good. The first game, I mean, we had some growing pains, there's no doubt about it. It was good to see the information. Halftime is completely different now. And so it was really good for us to go through that. We got to be better organized the next time in halftime. And then the helmet communication, you know, my thought was early on, you know, to not say as much, you know, and then we're getting used to working together and what do you like? Because there's sometimes too much information. And so we kind of got in a better flow in that second half that I think we got some things to build upon moving forward.
Anything else? Couple more, please.
Guys, first game of the season, lockout, fans filled the stadium. How was it being in front of your fans?
Oh man, hats off to the fans, man. On Thursday night, I mean, it was awesome. They were loud, real excited. I mean, that's what building into a program and getting to be a big time program. I mean, that's what it's about. And hats off to our fans, man. The first game on a Thursday night, that was really big time.
Yes, you talked about Xavier, but the versatility of how you used Xavier, how you used Randy Pittman, how you used Johnny Richardson, how you kind of wanted to use them in your offense. Talk a little bit about how that kind of maybe worked out.
Yeah, I know Randy didn't do a whole lot with the ball, but Randy's been one of the more consistent offensive players all through fall camp, and he will be in the mix moving forward. Johnny's Johnny. I mean, he's going to do stuff that, you know, other guys can't. You know, they were doing some things. Give them guys credit too. I mean, they were playing a 4-down front. They were taking chances, mixing matches. We had a couple ugly plays, you know, with trying to draw a play. It was -3 or something like that. But no, Johnny's a dynamic guy.
You said you want to see progress from game 1 to game 2. What do you want to see more from KJ Jefferson during this week?
Yeah, I just think just get more comfortable with our offense, be more efficient. You know, that's probably the big thing. And playing a new offense with new players, you know, there's going to be growing pains. That's to be expected. That was the first time we played an opponent and all that. So a lot of good things to build upon, and you know, I'm excited to watch it next week.
Last one, right? Braden Marshall had a couple of early tackles and lost a pass breakup. How is he taking ownership of that nickel?
Yeah, Braden's turning into one of our better all-around players. I mean, he's a confident guy. I mean, he's confident, one of our best special teams players. And, you know, he's no longer a freshman. He's a real guy.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.